Hello， 大家好啊 ！Welcome to the Art of Kongese by Dummy。我係 Dummy，I'm Dummy。Valentine's Day 情人節 is coming. Do you have a Valentine? 你有冇情人呢 ？What do Hong Kongers do for Valentine's Day? 香港人嘅情人節又會做啲乜嘢呢 ？This year's Valentine's Day would be a little different because, the coronavirus and the political uprising.But let's try to be a little more uplifting. We can look back at the previous years. What did people usually do? When do people usually celebrate Valentine's Day?
Hong Kongers don't tend to celebrate Valentine's Day the same way they do in North America or other parts of the world. Now, because of the influence of the British colony, basically they do get a lot of this. So there is this subtle undertone of they do celebrate Valentine's Day, but in Chinese culture they do have their own Valentine's Day, so it does kind of conflict. But essentially they do, but not so outwardly. It's more of a marketing, more for show, more for just, not because they're making money, but for the visuals, the optics. It's not really a true kind of deep down style Valentine's Day that you get in other parts of the world.A
little bit of background history. Hong Kong adopts many different kinds of cultures, so we have several Valentine's Day. February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2月14號嘅情人節 is originally a foreign concept. Not only do some Hong Kongers celebrate February 14th Valentine's Day, 2月14號嘅情人節 some also celebrate March 14th, the white Valentine's Day, 白色情人節。白色 means the color white, and 情人節 is Valentine's Day, so March 14th is also called White Valentine's Day, said to have originated in Japan. Also, the Lantern Festival, 元宵節, also known as the Chinese Valentine's Day, as well as the 7th of the 7th month of the lunar calendar, 七夕情人節 is also celebrated as Valentine's Day. 情人節 Valentine's Day.Valentine is 情人, and 節 means festival. Together for Valentine's Day, it is 情人節. Usually some Hong Kongers have a negative connotation towards February 14th, Valentine's Day, 情人節. That's because in Hong Kong culture, it's a very capitalistic, commercialized, and materialistic culture. Usually the girl won't have to pay or go Dutch on this date.While some girls would show off their nice presents and flowers or their nice dinners, some people find this type of mentality problematic. Some don't mind it. Of course, usually for most girls, they would want flowers. Flowers. 花. The general rule for nouns. Pay attention to the fact that in Cantonese, when you're describing the noun either in singular or plural, the noun remains unchanged. To express something as singular or plural, the quantifier before the noun will be the determiner to tell you. In Cantonese, like I said, the units and the numbers are the quantifier and determiner of whether something is singular or plural.You can kind of think of it as that in Cantonese, nouns are somewhat like English uncountable nouns that you would need a quantifier, such as a piece of paper, 一張紙. For example, for a single flower, you will say 一枝花, literally one branch of flower, 一枝花. For two, you will say 兩枝花, two branches of flowers, 兩枝花. Sometimes you don't want to say one branch, you can say 一朵花, 一朵花, literally one flower. For a bunch of flowers, you will say 一扎花 or 一束花, literally one bunch of flowers. Notice the units. They are the determiners of whether or not something is singular or plural. 一枝花, literally one branch of flower.一枝花. 枝, this word branch, if it helps you remember, you can break it down. In the prefix wood, 木, plus the suffix 枝, meaning division or branch. Together with the prefix and the suffix, you form the word branch, as in tree branch. 一朵花, 一朵花, literally one flower.The word 朵 You can also break it down into prefix and suffix. For the prefix, this symbol kind of looks like an upside down flower, kind of like a wilting flower. And in the suffix, just like earlier with the word ji, there's this suffix mo, wood. And in combination, this word is do, meaning flower, or in a unit, it's like flower-like. Actually, fa in this formal term, when it's in writing, you can write it as fa do, fa do. 一束花 or 一扎花, one bunch of flowers. Since the word chok is easier, so I'll just explain that. Notice on the left, this is the original concept of the word chok, kind of like a string tying around a bunch of branches. And then it turns into the middle, which is a pictogram that I drew. Remember earlier, this word in the middle, mo, wood, and then kind of like a string tying around the word wood, and then it turns into the modern writing, meaning a bunch or tie. Chok, chok. Now it's test time. Try to match the correct words. You have 10 seconds. Number 1, ji. Number 2, chok. Which one is which?
One B, 2A.
Number 1, ji is B, branch. Number 2, chok is A, bunch. People, of course, also like to give chocolates. 朱古力, chocolates, 朱古力. We never had such a thing called chocolates until 1705 when it was officially imported into China. Interestingly, in mainland China or some parts of Mandarin-speaking places, chocolates are called 好黑力 instead of 朱古力. Why? Because chocolate, this word, is actually a foreign borrowed concept. Therefore, chocolates in both Cantonese and Mandarin are onomatopeia, meaning directly using the sounds of the word. So, chocolate, 朱古力, you can kind of imagine yourself saying chocolate with a Cantonese accent or saying 朱古力 with an English accent, such as 朱古力, chocolate, whereas 好黑力 in Mandarin, 巧克力, with an English accent, and vice versa, chocolate, 巧克力. For a box of chocolates, just like I mentioned earlier with the quantifiers, here the direct translation would be 一盒朱古力, literally a box of chocolate. 一盒朱古力. 盒 means boxes or containers. Here is the word 盒, meaning box. 盒. You can break it down into the prefix and suffix. The prefix 盒, meaning a container with a lid, kind of like the picture on the right beside this word. For the suffix, this is the word 名, meaning tool or equipment, kind of like the picture beside it, kind of like a little equipment or tool to contain anything. So together with the prefix and the suffix form the word 盒, meaning box. Now, is there something that you would want to say to your Valentine on Valentine's Day?
You want to just simply say, oi Leia, I love you.
愛, love, is a very strong word or verb in Cantonese. You don't usually say I love you, 我愛你, unless it's such a strong, overwhelming feeling. 愛 is usually used when you describe your love to your family, but when it comes to romantic relationships, you will have to be very careful when using this word, 愛, love, in case there might be some cultural miscommunications. You can use a slightly less intense phrase such as I like you. You can say 我鍾意你, 我鍾意你, literally I like you. Do you remember that I introduced the degree of wellness in the episode on conversational greeting? For example, 我好鍾意你, literally I good like you. I very much like you. Here you can use 我鍾意 I like or 我愛 I love in other sentences in other contexts. I like or I love is obviously a pronoun plus a verb. And then you can add another noun such as 你 you or chocolates, for example, 朱古力我鍾意朱古力 or after I like 我鍾意 or 我愛 I love, the pronoun and the verb, you can add another verb phrase such as I like to eat chocolates 我鍾意食朱古力 Note that unlike English, two verbs can be right next to each other without worrying about its grammar. Now, do you think you can form a sentence with I like, 我鍾意? Keep practicing. Here's the list of vocabs that we have learned today. I hope you will enjoy this very special Valentine's Day, even if that means kissing through your masks. That's it for today. If you like what I do, like and subscribe to my channel. Comment below to tell me what you want me to talk about. See you next time at The Art of Hong Kongese by a Dummy.